Hello, good morning, students. Last time somebody has asked me the doubt regarding quadratic equation. So here you can see I have given some examples of quadratic equation, how to solve it. Let us see. Examples are taken from your textbook only, from exercise. First example, x square minus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. So first thing, you have to see coefficient of x square. Here coefficient of x square is 1 and constant term, that is third term, is minus 10. So you should take the product of coefficient of first term and last constant term. So here at the RHS I have written here 1 into minus 10. Product is what? Minus 10. Now you should find out such examples that whose product is minus 10 and whose sum is negative 3. Once again I am repeating, you should find out two numbers whose product is equal to minus 10. How minus 10 came? It is the product of coefficient of x square and last constant term, that is 1 into minus 10 is equal to minus 10. Okay, so and sum should be minus 3. So if we find, we will get two numbers, negative 5 and 2. So negative 5 into 2 is equal to minus 10 and negative 5 plus 2 is equal to minus 3. So we have to split that middle term negative 3x in such a way that minus 5x plus 2x. So our equation will become x square minus 5x plus 2x minus 10 is equal to 0. We have only splitted negative 3x in the form of minus 5x and 2x. Then you have to make two groups. I underline with single line and double line. First group is x square minus 5x. Second group is 2x minus 10. So from first group you can take x common. X into bracket x minus 5 plus from second group you can take 2 common. So 2 into bracket x minus 5 is equal to 0. Here you can observe that in every case of quadratic equation and its factorization you will get two brackets same, that is x minus 5, x minus 5. So out of that same bracket you have to take one bracket only, x minus 5. Another bracket you can take common of the first bracket, that is x. Then sign before the second bracket, that is plus, and common of the second bracket 2. So another bracket has become x plus 2. So here you got factors x minus 5 and x plus 2. So you can write x minus 5 plus x plus 2 is equal to 0. In between there is no sign. It means you have to consider that sign as a multiply. And then you can write x minus 5 is equal to 0 or x plus 2 is equal to 0. That is the rule. Either x minus 5 is equal to 0 or x plus 2 is equal to 0. If you will solve that x minus 5 is equal to 0, you will get x is equal to 5. And x plus 2 is equal to 0, you will get x is equal to minus 2. These are the solution of the given equation. In this way you have to solve the quadratic equation. Now you can see second example. In second example, 3x square minus 2 root 6x plus 2 is equal to 0. Same process here you have to do. What is the coefficient of first quadratic term x square? 3. So I written there 3 at the RHS, right hand side after that line. And what is the constant term? That is plus 2. So first you have to do the multiplication of that two terms. 3 into 2 is equal to 6. So here we want product 6, but their sum should be negative 2 root 6. So if we'll try, we'll get two numbers. I have shown here negative root 6 and negative root 6. If you do product of negative root 6 into negative root 6, you will get 6. and 6 is there, upper we have shown. And if you will add negative 6 and negative 6, you will get 2 minus 2 under root 6x. So those two values are satisfying our condition. That is equal to product of first coefficient of square term and constant term. So we have got two numbers, that is negative root 6x and negative root 6x. So we can write 3x square minus root 6x minus root 6x plus 2 is equal to 0. Again, as in the first example, you should make two groups. First two numbers one group, last two numbers another group. So first group will be 3x square minus root 6x, and another group will be minus root 6x plus 2. Now here you can see that what number should come common from the first group. In order to get product 3 and under root 6, so if we'll think, then you will get root 3x as a common, because root 3 into root 3 is equal to 3, and x into x, x square, and root 3 into root 2 you will get 6. So I have taken here root 3x as a common. So root 3x inside the bracket root 3x minus root 2. Again, as I told you the rule, again from the second group, in order to get the multiplication root 6 and 2, we have to take negative root 2 as a common. So negative root 2 into bracket, again same bracket is repeated, root 3x minus root 2, bracket complete 0. Here you will feel little bit difficult how we have to decide. So with the help of practice you can understand that. So here again two brackets are same, root 3x minus root 2 and root 3x minus root 2. Means already due to the same bracket root 3x minus root 2, I have taken one bracket, and according to rule, by taking common of the first bracket, sign of the second bracket and common of the second bracket, same bracket we are getting. So I have written, though it is same, two times, root 3x minus root 2 first bracket complete into root 3x minus root 2 second bracket complete is equal to 0. So again we have to write in two ways, root 3x minus root 2 is equal to 0, or root 3x minus root 2 is equal to 0. So root 3x is equal to root 2. Similarly, root 3x is equal to root 2. Therefore, x is equal to under root 2 upon under root 3. Or x is equal to under root 2 upon under root 3. So both are in under root, so in the square root sign. So we can write them in one bracket only. Okay. That is, roots of the equations are under root 2 upon 3 or under root 2 upon 3. In this way you can write the roots. Now one more example I will explain. It is 100x square minus 20x plus 1 is equal to 0. As per rule, coefficient of x square is 100 and constant term is 1. So first we have to do the product. 100 into 1 is equal to what? 100. Now we have to find such numbers whose product is 100 and whose sum is negative 20. So 10 tens are 100, but we want negative 20 addition, so negative 10 into negative 10 you will get plus 100, and negative 10 you will get their sum negative 20x. So 100x square minus 10x plus 1 is equal to 0. What we did, instead of writing negative 20x, we split that negative 20x in the form of negative 10x minus negative 10x. Now as per the rule, again you will make two groups. So 100x square minus 10x first group, minus 10x plus 1 second group. From first group, check which term will come common. So 10x will come common because 100x square is divisible by 10x and 10x is divisible by 10x. So 10x into bracket 10x minus 1. You can check their product. 10x into 10x, again upper side you can say 100x square, and 10x into minus 1 is equal to minus 10x. So similarly from the second group, again you can take minus 1 as a common. Remember student, now from the 10x and 1 nothing is common. Whenever nothing is coming common, you should take at least 1 as a common with proper sign. As per rule I told you, you should take that minus sign, because here minus sign is there, no minus sign common. So minus 1 in bracket 10x minus 1 is equal to 0. So what I told here I am repeating, whenever no number is coming common, you should take minimum 1 as a common. And in order to get 10x minus 1 as a bracket, here minus 1 will be common. So minus 1 in bracket 10x minus 1 bracket complete is equal to 0. So again here you can see two brackets came same, 10x minus 1. So instead of same bracket we have to write one bracket same. Another bracket also, it came common of the first bracket, then sign before the second bracket, and common of the second bracket 10x minus 1. So same again like a previous example, we have got 10x minus 1, 10x minus 1 is equal to 0. So we can say 10x minus 1 is equal to 0 or 10x minus 1 is equal to 0. By solving that you will get x is equal to 1 upon 10, x is equal to 1 upon 10. So roots of the quadratic equation, given quadratic equation, are 1 upon 10 and 1 upon 10. Every time you will not get same roots, many times you will get different roots. Okay, so here what is the important thing to solve the quadratic equation by factorization method? First you should find the coefficient of square term and constant term, then do their product, find out their product, and then you should find out such two numbers whose product is equal to that product, and using the same numbers their sum should come which is equal to that middle term. For that you have to solve many examples, so and you have to think, you have to do the collection of such numbers that whose product is equal to the given product and whose sum is equal to given sum. Practice makes man perfect. I think you have understood it. Thank you.